Don't be afraid of problems. Once upon a time, a poor farmer lived with his family in a village. He had only one daughter. She was very beautiful. The poor farmer had taken a loan from the landlord of the village. But due to poverty he was not able to return the loan. Whenever the landlord used to pressurize him to return the loan, he used to ask for some time. Many years passed like this. One day the landlord's eyes fell on the beautiful daughter of the farmer. Seeing the farmer's daughter, the landlord was fascinated by her. He went to the farmer and said, "I will forgive your entire debt, if you marry your daughter with me." The farmer and his daughter were surprised by the marriage proposal of the landlord. The landlord was an ugly man of middle age. The farmer refused to marry his beautiful daughter to him. The landlord was furious after hearing the farmer's refusal and immediately started demanding money for his loan. The farmer did not have money. He asked for time. But the landlord refused and started threatening to send him to jail. At last the matter of both reached the village panchayat. After listening to the whole matter, the panch said, "This matter is somewhat complicated. The farmer has not been able to repay the loan for many years, and looking at his condition, it does not seem that he will be able to repay the loan. He does not want to marry his daughter to the landlord. In such a situation, after a lot of thought, we leave this decision to the fate of the farmer's daughter." Punch further said, "Here black and white pebbles are lying on the ground. The landlord will pick up 2 pebbles and keep them in the bag. The farmer's daughter will have to take out a pebble from that bag without looking at it. The first is that if she takes out the black pebble, she will have to marry the landlord and the farmer's debt will be forgiven. Secondly, if she takes out a white pebble, she will not have to marry the landlord and the farmer's debt will also be forgiven. Thirdly, if she refuses to take out the pebble, the farmer will be put in jail." The farmer and his daughter got worried after hearing the decision of the panchayat. The farmer stood in tension. When the landlord was picking up the pebbles, the farmer's daughter saw that the landlord had picked up both the black pebbles without getting noticed by anyone. The landlord then put them in the bag. Now if the farmer's daughter would have taken out any pebble, it would have been of black color. He had not thought that the landlord would be so cunning. But she had to get out of this trouble at any cost. She started racing her mind. She had 3 options before her. First, refuse to take pebbles out of the bag and let the father go to jail. Second, take out pebbles from the bag and quietly marry the landlord. Thirdly, tell the panches about the cunningness of the landlord. He liked the third option. But even after telling the panches, she would not get rid of this problem. Punch would get the landlord to change the pebbles and in the end the decision would depend on her luck only. She started thinking of such a solution, so that she would not have to say anything to the punch and she would be saved from marrying the landlord. A solution came to her mind. She went ahead and took out a pebble from the bag. But without seeing it, quickly dropped it on the ground. Falling on the ground, that pebble got mixed with other pebbles. Oh, what happened? I could not even see the color of the pebble and it fell down from my hands. What do I do now? Seeing Punch, the farmer's daughter deliberately started pretending to be upset. Hearing this, a Punch said, "No problem. It is not possible to recognize the pebble that you had taken out. Do this instead, take out another pebble from the bag. You must have taken out a pebble of the opposite color to that of which it was." All the panches agreed on this point. Here the landlord lost his senses after hearing this. But what would he say now? The tide had turned. He remained silent. When the farmer's daughter took out a pebble from the bag, it was black. Everyone accepted that he had taken out the white pebble earlier. In this way she was saved from marrying the landlord and her father's debt was also forgiven. Learning. One should act wisely in times of trouble. Whenever trouble comes, without losing courage, think with a calm mind. some or the other solution will definitely come out. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel for more such stories. Every story on the channel is available in both Hindi and English. This will make it easy for you to teach English and Hindi to